Hey everybody, how you doing? Gay here. New Year's Eve, home, alone. Oh, but this isn't a New Year's Eve special. This is Mikey's Merry and Bright Gay Today Christmas. A week later, which I've been trying to get up for the last 5 days actually, but for some reason something always stops, or I get to the end of my show and I realize I left out the one thing I wanted to say.
Madonna's Muppet Baby.
Old. Anyway, here's Merry and Bright Christmas. Picture it, 8:45, Christmas morning, 2009. Sugar Plum still dancing in my head. Brenda Lee comes rocking around my Christmas tree around 8:45 a.m. To which I know if I had not picked up Brenda Lee would have kept on calling me until I had. So I diffused Brenda Lee from walking around that Christmas tree anymore and picked it up, and it was, of course, Cookie. Oh, Merry Christmas, Mike. Why aren't you up? And I said, because it's 8:45 in the morning. She says, well, why aren't you up? And I said, because it's 8:45. I'm still up. She says, well, Mike, why aren't you up? 3 times because I'm not up and you didn't get me George Clooney for Christmas is what I said. Oh, Mike, I couldn't get him. Quick. Cookie's quick. Anywho, she wants me to start opening presents right away. I'm like, oh no, Mom, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to hop in the shower and I want to get my coffee and it'll be a half an hour. And, I want to get you all there on the Skype because the plan was my mom was at my sister's and my dad was going to be there and I was going to Skype in and film. And my mom said, oh, I'm not at Joni's. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not at Joni's? She goes, oh, Mike, I was there last night. Bonanza's on today. She didn't go to my sister's. She said because Bonanza was on. And I thought, oh, that's a foolproof answer for anything. For any of you who want to get out of anything, I can't go. Bonanza's on. She said... Mike, but she said it so easily and quick that I kind of thought, is she joking? But then it's my mother, so she's really serious. I know she's going to watch Bonanza. Because God forbid they watch anything that was made in 2009. I didn't go. Bonanza's on. Needless to say, that threw a little kink a little bit. So I call my sister. Oh no, excuse me, my sister has called. I'm talking to my mom. Like, Mom, Joni's calling. I'll call you in a half an hour. And so the plan was now, I will call my mother on my cell phone and Skype Joni in. I'll call you in a half an hour. I gotta hop in the shower. Okay. So I'm gay. It took a little longer than a half an hour to fine-tune my groom. I know, whatever. I'm gay. What do you want? So, anywho, it took about an hour. And I must say, I had to prep the couch for Gay Today. To which my father, in that hour, got tired of waiting, so he left. He was at my sister's house for an hour and a half. That must have been hard. But that's what he did. He left. He wasn't even there. So by the time I called my sister, who wasn't even logged in on the Skype, she was cooking dinner and didn't want to talk. And I'm like, Joni, it's Christmas. You better not put me on that Skype. I want to see those kids. So we need to say, I Skyped my sister 2 minutes. Really, it's probably 1 minute too long for her. And I then call my mom on my cell phone. Oh, here we go. This is going to get good. She wants to start opening presents, and she goes and goes and goes and goes. She talks rather quickly, like me. So I put her on the speakerphone. Now, my mother can hear everything everywhere. Since she started her change of life 5,000 years ago, she developed bionic hearing. The one thing my mother can't hear is me on my speakerphone. She's screaming at me. Screaming! Mikey! Mikey! What are you doing? What's all that noise? And I'm like, I am opening Christmas presents. And I guess the speaker of the cell phone amplifies the paper, of the wrapping paper. Well, she didn't politely ask me. She went into like, blah! And she's screaming. So it's kind of adding a little bit of a craziness to the morning already because I'm not opening presents fast enough. Well, one of the gifts she already given me was the direct deposit, the Best Buy gift certificate. I opened another gift. It's small. It's a gift certificate to Target. And it was for a generous amount. So I'm like, well, thank you. I guess no Gap gift certificate this year. To which the Gap gift certificate has been a staple gift my mother's given my sister and I for well over 20 years. My mother, goes like this. What do you mean there's no Gap gift certificate? Did you lose it? I never opened it. What did you do? She had this vision that I cut it up and burned it or something. So I start panicking because of the panic that is ensuing there, and I'm trying to diffuse it all. So I'm opening, she's on speakerphone, and I'm starting to open presents, which the wrapping paper is amplified in her ear, which sends her even more crazy. And then she goes, Mikey, are you drinking?
Saying no mas to cameras in the kitchen.
What? I'm gonna need a drink now because you're freaking me out. Now, mind you, in the middle of all this mayhem and craziness, she starts talking about Andy Williams. You know, Andy Williams, Moon River, and she talks about how Andy Williams had 4 brothers. I wonder if his brothers are alive. So I started to pull them up on the internet. And I didn't get through with all looking up Andy Williams because the Gap gift certificate being lost, which it was never lost, she wrapped it up and put it in a box this big. So I didn't think it was a gift certificate. And she forgot she did it. So she went crazy for no reason. And would have blamed me for losing it somehow, because I just lose things like that. Now granted, picture it, a year ago, she did give me a Gap gift certificate, to which I went to the Gap to use, which when I get a gift certificate of the credit card things, I put it in my wallet. It wasn't in my wallet. I thought, where could it be? And well, I couldn't find it. So there was 2 things I could do. Call the Gap to see if it was used, and if it was used, never tell my mother. If it wasn't used, debate whether or not to tell my mother I had lost that Gap gift certificate, because I know what's going to happen. That's $150 that I had lost, and she is going to never let you forget. To the end of time, I would have heard about it. Well, what I heard from when she thought I lost the gift certificate she sent that she wrapped in a box, she forgot how big it was, how she was on the phone for 45 minutes with a Gap trying to get me a reissued Gap gift certificate from last year. 45 minutes of my God was on that phone. You better not lose it. You're not going to lose it. She started went on this tirade of me losing the Gap gift certificates, and then asked me if I was drinking. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I don't drink. I know some of you all think I'm drunk, but I don't. Oh my God. And all the while I'm thinking, I'm really glad that this is taking place because it's going to be really funny on Gay Today, and I wish I just could have been filmed while this was all going on because it was kind of all surreal. So, the mayhem and the craziness of the Gap gift certificate and the present opening ended, and I start to tell her about the Andy Williams question she wanted to know. The minute I started talking about Andy Williams, she started talking to her husband about what was on the Hallmark Channel, not even listening to what I was saying. Oh my God! Needless to say, it wasn't a relaxing opening up of presents that morning. It was like, oh my God! Woo! But I gotta show you what she gave me, everybody. This is great. Now, granted, I got those nice gift certificates. A lot of money. But she also sent me vacuum cleaner bags. I got an old lady calendar. 8 pounds of coffee. Thank you. And what could be in this little catch box? Handkerchiefs with a letter L on them. Last I checked, my name was Mike. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Are you drinking? Anyway, this is a Merry and Bright Day-to-Day Christmas. Gay is out. See you in 10.